The cameras were rolling when it happened. Kody's face turned red, his voice cracked, and for the first time, he realized Janelle wasn't coming back. In a world where loyalty, family, and faith have always been tested, one woman finally said, "Enough." This is the story of Janelle Brown's powerful transformation, and Kody's shocking reaction that left fans speechless. Janelle had always been known as the calm one, the voice of reason in the chaos of sister wives. While Mary and Christine battled emotions and Robin clung to Kody's affection, Janelle focused on building stability. But underneath that calm, a quiet storm was brewing. For years, she tolerated the imbalance, Kody's favoritism toward Robin, the constant neglect, the unspoken loneliness. It wasn't one big explosion that broke her. It was the thousand small moments of being unheard. And then, the pandemic. Isolation forced her to see things differently. When Kody demanded strict rules, ones he himself didn't follow, Janelle stood up and said, "I'm not living like this anymore." That moment planted the seed of independence. Off camera, Janelle began to dream of something radical, a life of her own. No shared property, no shared husband, no emotional juggling act. She started planning, slowly, carefully. Her first step wasn't dramatic. It was practical. She got her own RV. Fans thought it was temporary. Kody thought it was cute. But for Janelle, that RV represented freedom, the first physical step away from control. As she looked out into the desert, she whispered to herself, "This is what peace feels like." Kody didn't notice. Or maybe, he didn't want to notice. Kody, meanwhile, was consumed by his own frustrations. He blamed everyone, the wives, the children, even the audience, for the collapse of his image. He saw Janelle's independence as rebellion, not liberation. He complained on camera, "She's not listening to me anymore. She's off doing her own thing." To which fans responded, "Exactly, Kody. That's what freedom looks like." But in Kody's world, control equaled love. So when Janelle began smiling again, truly smiling, it shook him to the core. Then came the moment no one saw coming, until TLC cameras captured it. Janelle had bought her own property. No shared title, no group fund, just her name. When she walked through the front door of her new home, there was a lightness in her eyes that fans hadn't seen in years. The space wasn't extravagant. It was hers. A cozy living room, sunlight pouring through the windows, plants along the sill, every detail screamed independence. And then, the call came. Kody wanted to see the house. Cameras were ready. When he stepped inside, his face said everything before his words did. His jaw tightened. His eyes darted. He laughed, the kind of laugh that hides anger. "So this is it. You're really moving on." Janelle's answer was calm, almost tender. "Yes, Kody, I am." The silence that followed was deafening. For a man used to control, watching a woman he once ruled by faith walk away was unbearable. Kody's reaction went viral within hours of the episode airing. He threw up his hands, pacing, muttering under his breath, "After everything I've done for her." Fans flooded Reddit and Twitter. Kody's ego couldn't handle Janelle's peace. She didn't leave with anger, she left with clarity. That's what made it so powerful. Janelle didn't need revenge. She needed silence. And in that silence, she found power. Even the production crew, off camera, could feel the shift. It wasn't drama anymore. It was transformation. Fans quickly turned Janelle into a symbol of strength. Clips of her calm responses and wise words were shared across social media with captions like, "Janelle is goals. She handled it like a queen." Meanwhile, Kody's approval rating, if such a thing existed, plummeted. People weren't just watching a show anymore. They were watching the unraveling of a patriarch and the rise of women finding peace after pain. Today, Janelle is glowing. She's building her own life, financially stable, emotionally balanced, surrounded by her kids and genuine friends. In interviews, she speaks softly, but her confidence cuts deep. "I don't regret the journey. But I'm finally living my truth." She's not looking back. And as for Kody, he's still trying to figure out how the foundation he built, one wife at a time, crumbled right beneath him. At its heart, Janelle's story is more than reality TV. It's a story about self-worth. About realizing that peace doesn't come from obedience, it comes from authenticity. And when Kody's reaction was caught on camera, it became the perfect metaphor for the entire Sister Wives saga. The women aren't breaking the family. They're freeing themselves from it. Janelle didn't scream. She didn't cry. She didn't beg. She simply walked into her new home, and closed the door on the past. As the episode ended, the camera panned across her new living room, simple, quiet, and filled with light. For the first time in years, the audience didn't feel pity. They felt pride. Janelle had finally moved on. And the world was cheering her on every step of the way.